Well, welcome back, Air Gunners. This is Zach from the Shooter Zone, where we are always staying on target. Well, okay, so got a nice little toy here today to show you. And recently I've been looking for a new chronograph. I had one of these, you know, the green ones, which are affordable, good chronograph to start off with. But I've had it for a long time, and I was starting to doubt its accuracy a little bit, so I figured it was time for a new one. I wanted to step up into a better quality one as well. And there's just a huge amount of options out there, from affordable to, you know, a little bit on the pricey side, to be honest with you. And I'm not necessarily one who always goes for the priciest thing. You know, I like something that the average person can get, and I think this chronograph fits that perfectly. So what it is the FX Pocket Chronograph, the V2 version. And it's a big step up from the first version. I didn't have the first version, but I did look at it when it was out, and I think they made some really good upgrades to this, such as the internal battery. And so now you could charge it with your USB-C, and you don't have to keep replacing batteries all the time. This one seems to last a while. This is really the first day that I'm out with it. So this is going to be kind of a intro, and then I'll come back and give you a better review on this. But so this thing is compact, which is really nice. It's like 2 inches by 1 3/4 inches by 1.5 inches, and it only weighs 2.5 ounces. So again, that makes it really nice to mount on your rifle and not have much point of impact change. Though they don't necessarily recommend putting it right on the barrel. Again, you'll have to make that assessment. On this Air Force, it's not a problem because the barrel is completely encased, and there's not going to be any point of impact shift by mounting it up front. That is a Picatinny rail mount that I have on it. It comes with 2 different mounts. It does have 2 screws on each side in which you loosen up to change whatever mounting system you want. The other one is kind of the rubber band system that holds it onto your bottle or whatever else you have up front. But the Picatinny rail one, you could either mount in the front like I have it here, and I just use an adapter down to 11 millimeters to install it on this. Or some of the rifles I have a Picatinny rail on the sides. You could use that. And they recommend, I think, no closer than 5 inches to the muzzle. So you got to keep that in mind where you're going to place it. It is Bluetooth, and you do have to install the app on your phone to use it. It seems to be fairly simple. There's a few little things you got to know as far as in and outs, but again, I'm going to cover that a little bit more in detail next. I just want to give you the intro on this and kind of how it works. So I have the Air Force filled up all the way. I have it roughly on, I think, 8 power on the wheel. I'm running 25 grain JSBs. This is a 25 caliber. And I just want to put a string of 10 through this just to kind of get a basic idea how it works. And again, when you get yours, if you haven't used one before, you're going to be in the exact same position as I am right now. This is the first time I'm really going to use it, so it seems pretty straightforward at the moment. Again, you know, pretty simple. You just got to work your way through the menus a little bit. You do have to put in what pellet and what weight it is. There's a whole chart for that in which you pick that. So let's see what it does. Again, I'm going to put 10 shots through this, and let's just see what the string looks like. You know, these Air Force rifles, they are not regulated, so we do expect to have a little bit of movement here as far as velocity. But let's just put 10 through this and see where we're at. 1,000 feet per second. It does call it off for you, which is nice.
22, 1,028, 1,040, 1,022,
I think this is the 10th one.
1,019.
All right, so let's see here. The average spread is 34 feet per second. We did have 10 shots. Again, the average is 1,023 feet per second. You can see on these Air Force rifles. Again, there is a fluctuation, but they're still accurate, even though there's a fluctuation in that. The high feet per second, let's see here, is 1,040, and the low is 1,006. So again, that's our basic shot string out of 10 shots. Again, 1,023 feet per second, 1,040 on the high, 1,006 on the low. And again, you can save these to your app, to your phone, and this way you could reflect on them again in the future. All right, so again, I just started using this, as I had mentioned. These were the first 10 shots I put through it. I only put one shot through it before that, just to make sure that it worked, and it called it off right away. All right, so this is what I think about this. Again, this is kind of a neat thing. The price is really, really good for what it is. You don't need to have its own screen. It doesn't need to have that because you have your phone for that. Again, it connects directly through Bluetooth. You don't have to really even turn on your Bluetooth. It'll just say, do you want us to turn on your Bluetooth? You push yes, go in, choose what pellet you're using in this or what slug you're using in this. And then it just, you click on new string and it just starts to do it from there. And it works really, really well. It's small, which is what I like. It's not big, so you don't have this big thing sitting on your shooting table or off to the side. Some of those are getting smaller. It's about, I think, half the price of what I would consider the next step up. Actually, less than half the price of your next step up. So that'll give you an idea of the affordability of this. And again, I'm all about that. I'm not really a wealthy person, so I look for good deals and things that work and work well and that are within my budget, because it's not unlimited. All right, again, I got this from Utah Airguns. They are great people to work with. I suggest you go there. They are the FX USA guys, and they could help you with not only that, but other things as well. And they're good people over there. We're going to have a follow-up review of this, a further in-depth review of this, shortly down the road. I just got this today, got it out of the box, put it on the rifle, did the few first steps on getting it set up, and that's how easy it was. Again, we're going to get into more detail later on, but if you haven't liked this page yet, please click below and like this page. If you haven't found us on Facebook, go to the Shooter Zone on Facebook, like us there as well. And I think that's it for today. Until next time, shoot lots, be safe, and we will see you again soon. Take care now.